Hi, Sagittarius. It's Power and Light, and this is Dee Fernandez, your tarot reader, your psychic, your astrologer, and your past life regression practitioner. Let's get into it, and hope you guys are doing great. Today we have the Chinese fortune-telling cards, and so cool because, you know, China, out of China comes the Tao. Some people call it the Tao, Zen, and Feng Shui, and the yin and the yang, right? Isn't that beautiful? I feel like it is. And that's really what the chakras too are. Yes, of course, it comes from India, but it does have its Chinese connection. It sure does, right? Yeah, let's see what we have. And we have marriage. All right, so, you know, this card talks about you might be getting married, Sagittarius, but it also talks about you could be going on dates and to dress a date with somebody who wants to marry you. Not, well, maybe dates, maybe, right? Maybe you don't know about it, but the point about it is that you're supposed to dress for success. Yeah, you are. This, you know, can talk about proposals, right? Of course. Yeah, it says, look your best at every given opportunity as sparks of potential are flying all around you. Enjoy this wonderful, fruitful time. Yeah. Oh, interesting. You have just come through a very restless period in your life, and you are not sure which direction to take. Now, you're steady. You're on a steadier footing, and this Chinese reading card represents a more settled period ahead. All right. And this also, you know, talks about close personal relationships. They don't always have to be marriage, but yeah, and you could be demanding that in business or on the career front or socially. Yeah, so let's see what else we have for you guys. Reunions. Well, I don't know how many reunions you might have, Sagittarius, but, you know, for some, maybe you're going to have a couple or, you know, or two people want to reunite with you or more and marry you, but this could simply be about one person who wants to get together and marry you, right? Get back together, right? But, you know, as I said, it might be about career. It doesn't really look like it to me. Destiny. Well, if it's about career, it's something that you are fated to do. Fated, yeah. Wow, this is a trip here. Let's look at destiny and see what they have to say about that. Interesting, it's a number 8, and 8s are about power and progress and movement, and that's what, you know, that is very much associated with destiny. Yeah, it is. And let's see what it says here. Oh, it's 35. Spiritual period, a glimpse into the future, new address, life changes, realization. Wow, Sagittarius. You look like you're in a move and everything. You're big changes, and you could be realizing a dream or a wish, right? Yeah, wow. Let's see what else we have. And we are using the love deck over here. So this is, you know, soulmates. So this is resonating, right? Or fitting. We have serendipity. Yeah, serendipity. Let's look at serendipity because, you know, there's a couple of meanings to it. But here she is in this boat. She's rowing. And the fairy's up in the air. The elder, or the elk, sorry, not the oak tree. The elder's over here. This always talks about ancient wisdom. Yeah, it does. Can talk about maturity. And, yeah. And so she's turning this kind of, you know, the mountain here, which is really a crystal rock formation. It's very cool. And she's turning, and in front of her, once she turns here, she's going to see the rainbow, the sun, the fairy, and the elk. So let's have a look at that. This looks like good luck coming your way, and a very favorable cycle is upon you. Yeah. And serendipity, trust that your journey is unfolding naturally and gracefully. All right, cool. How often have you ever wondered when? Uncertainty and waiting for your dreams to come true can be very frustrating. Most of the time, excuse me, we want what we want, and we want it now. Yet we often look back at our lives and are able to appreciate the divine timing and serendipity that took place. That's true, right? Because You know, you might want to be with somebody right now, but maybe it's not the right time. I'm just making an example of divine timing, right? I mean, things happen in their own time. Sometimes we have other challenges or other things going on that block that, but it is meant to be at a different time. And maybe that's what's going on right now, too. Developing your ability to trust in the greater forces that nurture and guide you is an empowering skill to have. Make sure you are genuinely committed to having, doing, or being whatever you have asked for. Wow, sometimes the universe will protect you from your own naivety so you can have more time to think things through. Yeah, that's right. So that's what I meant about divine timing. Sometimes the universe will make us wait until we grow up, until we are ready for that. Yeah. Next, make sure that you have done all you can from an earthly human perspective to help make your dreams come true. If you are procrastinating, how can you expect the universe to deliver? Right? Divine timing and serendipity give you time to reconsider, refine, and adjust. You see? That's why it's a good thing. That's why sometimes we go, how come this isn't happening for me? Even like with work. And because it's not meant to right now. And we have the divine masculine. And here he is. This guy looks like Ken, like Ken and Barbie. I never thought Ken was good looking when I was 6 years old. And, I'm like, what? He looks too kind of cartoony, right? And so anyway, right, the divine masculine, anyway, but divine masculine's here. He's holding the shield up. He has the eagle. The eagle is about wisdom and overcoming. And he has a lion, and the lion is about courage. The lion is also about your heart because it's connected to Leo, which is connected to the heart chakra, right? Love. And this is courage in love. That's what it's about. So let's see what we have, Sagittarius. If you guys want to get a psychic reading with me or a tarot reading, I always check my work with my querents, with my clients, right? And it's kind of a weird word, querent, right? Querent. Anyway, I always check my work, and you get to choose the format, live call. They're lots of fun. It's an experience, right? Or you can get a video, or I can record the live call. If you don't understand somebody, get a reading on them. If you you need insight on your own situation, I can help with that as well. I'm also a life coach, yeah. So let's see what we have. I didn't mention that at the beginning of the reading. No, I didn't, but I mentioned all my other titles, right? Yeah. Let's see what we have, you guys, Sagittarius. And Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading in the description box. It's all laid out. Also, you can get a past life reading. Super, super helpful in your life. If everybody had one, I just talked to a client the other day, and I go, this boyfriend of yours really needs a past life reading because he has no understanding, a little understanding of himself and the mistakes that he's repeating in this life. Yeah, and there's more to it, but because it can create healing. Yeah, that's why Dolores Cannon used to call it past life healing. So let's see what we have. And we start with the Chariot, and that is movement, right? Very cool. So we see her on the boat. That's movement. Destiny is about movement. It sure is, right? Let's see what we have, though, Sagittarius. And yeah. We have the Three of Swords to start the reading. So somebody got their heart broken here, or maybe there's another situation going on. There could have been a third party here as well, because this took longer to happen for you. It's taking longer because of divine timing. So the universe spirit was blocking this for a while until maybe two people grew up, or I don't know the exact circumstances. It doesn't have to be always growing up. It could be that, somebody was raising a child in another country, or, right? Or maybe somebody was in another relationship, but maybe it took a long time for somebody to realize something too. It could be a myriad of reasons. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine, the Two of Wands, Judgment. Temperance, the Lovers. The Lovers is that's very fitting because we have marriage and reunions and soulmates, right? Page of Wands, Nine of Swords. Somebody's worried here. Maybe that divine timing might not come on, like, they might not know this is divine timing in a way, and they could be thinking, will Sagittarius want me? Or it could be you doing this. But there's some worry here about this situation. Nine of Swords. Somebody could be single, becoming single. The single card shows up quite often. Nine of Pentacles. And it looks like a choice was made. It does look like a choice was made. And it's interesting about this choice and divine timing. Some people can make the choice because of divine timing, right? Oh, I just feel it's time to choose that. I feel like I need change, right? I feel like I need a new beginning or a new life, or to be with Sagittarius, or whatever the exact, or all of the above, right? But there's definitely a mindful choice in this reading, because when we talk about divine timing, it comes at the right time, the intelligent time, right? The fated time, but it doesn't come at like a dumb time, if that makes any sense, right? No, it's like if you've ever like experienced something and you go, well, no wonder this didn't happen in the past, because look what was going on, right? I was dealing with all this and all this other stuff. That's what I mean by a dumb time, like an inopportune time. Divine timing comes at the right time. Yeah, it does, right? Because it is the timing that is guided by the universe and spirit and God and, yeah, Jah, whatever you want to talk, however you like to explain the universe or God, right? And we have, spirit's easy to say, I feel like it is. We start with the Three of Swords. Seven of Pentacles sits in the challenge. Maybe this person is wondering if you're heartbroken. Let's get another card on that Three of Swords for Sagittarius. We have the Ace of Wands. They could have broke your heart in half, Sagittarius. It's possible, because there's worry over here for a reason. Seven of Pentacles sitting in the crossing energy here. This person wants a brand new, passionate and inspiring reunion with you, it looks like here. New beginning right here with the Ace of Wands. Yeah. Let's look at the Divine Masculine card. I want to see what they have to say there. I feel like it's probably interesting. When harnessed in a healthy way, the Divine Masculine creates structure for the benefit of all he touches. That's right. He can build, he can create things, but physical things, but they have to be under a healthy situation, right? The Divine Masculine emerges in direct response to the presence of the Divine Feminine. He is always present, but needs the positive space created and held by the feminine in order to grow and develop. This masculine energy is characterized by protecting what is truly valuable, being attentive, helpful, and able to make decisions. It displays leadership qualities, a sense of accomplishment and setting goals, building and creating for the good of all, rather than individual gain, while facing and overcoming challenges in a more linear, direct approach to getting things done. The Divine Masculine is sensitive, spiritual, and intuitive, but he approaches these qualities and expresses them in ways that are different from the Divine Feminine. Interesting, yeah, and true. Wow. You have drawn this card today because your masculine energy needs to create or achieve something, to bring a project through to its fulfilling conclusion for the good of all, and to let go of the idea that you are weak because you need the nurturing support of the feminine. Somebody, yeah, and that could be here in this reading where this person, Sagittarius, like felt weird, maybe if they are the Divine Masculine, that they really needed you, right? Or that they needed, because we have soulmates here, and soulmates need one another. This person needs you. Whoops. Yeah, they do. So the Nine of Pentacles, why it's all happening is this single card or self-sufficiency or wealth. And we have the Tower with it in the upright. Something could have changed here that makes somebody become single. This Tower card. It could be the end of a relationship. That's not really clear, but Three of Swords starts the reading, so it could have been, right? Could have been some type of a third party here in the past. Because somebody has really raised their frequency here. Like they're way more emotionally intelligent. They're more intuitive. They're more in their divine feminine energy. Yes, they are. Maybe they were Mr. Macho in the past. And you don't have to be outwardly, what's that word? Macho. You don't. You could be just deep down, quiet about it, and like that. But this person is, and when the divine masculine is utilizing the divine feminine, which is really what it's about, they are more intuitive and open and receptive. All right, so Two of Wands is showing up here, and that's external to you. This person has chosen you already. Page of Pentacles for a new start. And this is like a valuable new start. In other words, this is going to be a really important time in my life. That's what I mean about valuable, right? It sounds like, you're going to, I don't know, save money at the discount store, doesn't it? Yeah, but it's not like that. We have Judgment, and that is how that person sees themselves or what's on their mind. We have the Ten of Cups with it. This is rebirth, and you are there happily ever after, Sagittarius. This is so clear and true. Maybe they want a kids with you. That's not clear, right? I don't know your guys' age or anything like that. But this is definitely you're there happily ever after. And what's on their mind could be forgiveness because of this Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords and the Tower. Something could have ended for them in their life, and nothing will be the same. Like their whole life changes. That can be the Tower with the Nine of Pentacles here. They could have had a powerful realization that my soulmate is Sagittarius. That could be definitely part of it. It's deep, though. It's not just one or two things in this reading. But the gist about it is that this person is trusting themselves, their soul, and they think that you guys are connected and that you shouldn't be apart. Yeah, that's how deep this is. All right. So Temperance sitting in the past. Maybe it's you. It's usually healing and some form of self-mastery. We have the Two of Wands with it. We already have that in the reading twice. Where's the other Two of Wands at? Over here. External to you. So this person was at a crossroads about you in the past. That's what that's about. And here we have, and here they are choosing you. OMG. Because you're there happily ever after. And so here we have the Lovers. That is the concern with the Five of Pentacles. They could have made a choice. They could have left somebody out, especially with the Three of Swords here. Starting the reading, right? That's right, big, when it starts the reading. It's the overall energy. Heartbreak, heartache, third parties, just stuff like that. They could have left somebody out here too. They could have had an epiphany about you that they can't live without you, and there was major lack in their life as well. That's part of the storyline here too. I believe it is. And because that divine masculine talks about needing the divine feminine for sure. And it talks about understanding it too. Yeah, very cool. Four of Swords with the Page of Wands. That is in the environment here. In the psyche, typically it can be a physical environment, right? Now, this is somebody who's dreaming about this new path with you in a new direction. Sure is. That's what serendipity was talking about. Removing any obstacles for something beautiful. Yeah. We have the Nine of Swords, and there they are worried. Yeah, if they wear any makeup, it'll be all over their white nightgown, right? Let's see what we got here. Or if they wear a white nightgown, then, let's see, tears. We have Four of Cups with it. This is their hopes and fears. They're afraid you might reject them because of this Three of Swords right here. And the potential outcome is the Seven of Swords. This is like a very cool, this is like so faded. So when we see this Destiny card, it's somebody who, I don't know what they did, Sagittarius. They did something. Maybe you did something, but you guys were like disconnected, looks like, not together. for a long time. I feel like this person like goes through some major change in their life. And that's when they realize you guys are destiny. So Seven of Swords reverse can usually be about guilt. We have it with the Judgment card. We already have it once. So this is next to the hopes and fears, but this could be a plan that they made too. Remember, we have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands can be about a plan. It's a plan to move forward. It's a choice, right? He's holding the globe, looking out at the world. It is about movement, and so movement is typically about a choice, right? You can't move anywhere if you don't make the choice. At least that's, I don't think you can, right? Not in this physical incarnation. Let's see what you're right. And let's get another card on the, on this. We have the Seven of Pentacles again. So we have these two cards. They might feel guilty, especially next to this Nine of Swords. Yeah, I feel like they feel guilty here. They could be wondering if you're going to give them a second chance, Sagittarius, right? Yeah, I feel like they are wondering that. And they're wondering if they're going to have a reunion with you. Yeah, they are. They're wondering about that for sure. So I'm going to end this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. It's really a cool reading. Yeah, it is. And yeah, please like, share, and subscribe, you guys. It does help me to keep bringing these videos forward. Yeah, to keep the algorithm going. I would really appreciate that. Oh, God, I hope I didn't have those naked people there showing. Good God, Denise, because I'll get in trouble. OMG. Thanks so much for joining me. And hit the little bell if you want to be, notified of my uploads. Also, if you want to have a reading with me, they are lots of fun. I also have a new reading, too, that I will be adding to the calendar. And that will be a 30-minute reading. And it is about your situation, whatever you're asking about. It's going to be an oracle reading using the Kipper cards. So the Kipper cards are coming out in the member. I have a reading coming out in the member section for the members, right? But it's very cool with those Kipper cards. It is for like predictions. It is. Thanks so much for joining me. Yeah, have a great day, you guys.